Alright. I got an email today, and it was a comment that was on one of my old Cleft Lip videos, actually my only video. Hopefully the sound isn't nearly as bad as that video, and I'm not that blurry. But I guess I'm just gonna talk about my personal experiences with my cleft lip and just all that in general. I guess a more uplifting video, I hope. It's probably gonna be really long, so you might want to just like skip along. It's probably boring too, because I like to hear myself talk. So, just kidding, but really. So basically, I was born with a bilateral cleft lip. Got a surgery when I was a little less than a month, and then that surgery carried me all the way until I was a sophomore in high school. I got another surgery then, and that surgery cut the corners of my mouth, cut the back of the underneath of my lip, and stuffed in some material that I should definitely know the name of. This is pretty embarrassing. Basically like a silicone-like material that fills and lives off cells and whatnot. And that was because my first surgery left me with, you could see the scars. You could see the scars in the middle, which you still can. You might not be able to see it in here, but like up here, you know, it's like, it's sort of like somebody just scribbled on it. You know, it's not smooth and flat. And it was sort of, I had a very thin top lip, which made it very hard to like walk through the halls with my mouth closed. I would just be like, and not realize it, and people would just stare at me and be like, what are you doing? But yeah, whenever I would zone out or not think about closing my mouth, it would just hang open. Just because, you know, my lips didn't meet unless I made them, unless I thought about it. So that was like that was really difficult. So my sophomore year came, and I'm done-ish growing about that time, so I sort of just like had the surgery planned. I never thought about it, I just got it. You know, people just assume that I wanted it, and I'm not saying I regret having it or anything, and I'm glad I chose. I guess I didn't choose, but I guess in the long run I chose. I'm glad I got it. I've said like 17 times already in this video. I'm glad I got it, and I hated it when I got it. I hated my new lip. It was horrible. It was big. It was gross. I just remember staring in the mirror being like, why did I do this? I want it off. I was happy with how I was before. And it wasn't until I looked through my old Facebook pictures that I appreciated my new lip. I hadn't realized what it looked like. I mean, obviously I knew, but, you know, you forget when you look in the mirror every day and it's completely different. You forget what it used to look like. So I definitely don't regret it now. Amazing choice, amazing outcome. My doctor's amazing. And that's my surgery ordeal. And then I've had tons, I want to say like 9, 10 surgeries on like other things because of my lip. Funny story, not so funny. I was at a holiday dinner, and my brother and I were messing around, and he punched me in the face by accident. And because I have a cleft lip, I have short roots on my teeth. So because of that, I noticed that my tooth was gone. It was punched all the way back, so I had to get it pulled, and it really sucked because it was my front tooth. So, you know, I just gotten my braces off, and my permanent tooth is now punched out of my face. Because of that, I had to get another tooth pulled, so I'm missing 2 of my front teeth. I had to get a bone graft. I had to get an implant, and all this took like 5 years. And I just finally finished, and as they were putting on the final tooth, my implant got rejected. So I'm stuck with a retainer, which is actually amazing. Like, I've gone through so many retainers, and this one is finally amazing. But yeah, I can take my teeth out, and I'm going to do it, so cover your eyes if you don't want to see it, but it's really attractive. I know, it gets all the boys. But yeah, so I can take my teeth out, which seems cool and all, it's really not. All the guys at work, if I can't reach something, they're like, oh yeah, I'll get it for you if you take your teeth out. So they like accumulate times that they're allowed to see my teeth. It's really cute. But yeah, so that's been a crazy hardship just because it's ridiculous, like, not having teeth. But also, this video is already 5 minutes. That's crazy. I wrote like a list of what I wanted to cover. Yeah, in a lot of videos, a lot of people are like, I hate when people stare, blah, blah, blah. I hate when people ask questions. I totally understand that. I definitely do. But I've come to realize I definitely appreciate people asking rather than just staring at me. It's amazing that someone can stare at me for 5 solid minutes and not realize that they're staring at me. And it's like, I'm not going to be like, what are you looking at? You know, I'm not going to be rude about it because, you know, I'm sure I stare at people just for whatever. But yeah, it's like embarrassing. It's like invasive. I hate it. But if people have the courage to ask in a non-rude way, like, what happened? Like, that I don't tolerate. But, you know, if they're going to ask, I'm going to tell. Does anyone have the problem where, like, adults are so much worse than kids? Like, little kids will, like, whisper to their parents and stuff, and you can tell. But, like, I'll walk away. Like, little kids, maybe, like, 3 out of 30 will do that. Adults are ridiculous. Adults just stare. Like, it's funny, because you'd think that they would be the ones overlooking it and being educated and knowing not to stare and stuff, and it's funny that, like, it's completely the opposite. Yeah, and then I was watching a video, and all these girls are, like, putting on makeup over their scars, which I never even thought to do. Never thought to do. I'm just too lazy to do that, to be honest. But yeah, that's totally a smart idea, definitely. I'm dying right now. Excuse me. But yeah, so you would think that since I was born with a defect, and since, you know, it's right on my face, it's not something you can miss. It's not like a scar or anything. I mean, it is a scar, but it's not just like a scar on my forehead or something. It's something that everyone's going to see. If they look at you, they're going to see it. You'd think that because of that, I'd go out of my way to look good. My version of looking good is rolling out of bed. Maybe doing my hair, maybe putting on some makeup. That's very rare. When I go to work, at least, I just roll out and I'm like, what's up, boys? Hey. So yeah, I should probably, like, care about my appearance, but I really don't. That's a lie. I do. But you know what I mean. Yeah, when people stare, I have a question. Write it in the comments. I guess this video is meant for people that do have cleft lips. I guess that's what I'm, like, talking to, obviously. Hopefully this helps anyone that is just curious about them. But if you do have a cleft lip and you are watching this, what do you guys do when people stare? Like, is there anything that you'll catch yourself doing? Like, I know when little kids stare, like, for long periods of time, or, like, whisper to their parents something, like, if I'm at work and, like, checking people out on the computer or whatever, I'll go like this. So I, like, pull my top lip down over, or my bottom lip up over my top lip, just to, like, hide it, sort of, so that they can't stare, like, sort of like a, I know you're staring at me, like, can you please stop? Like, do you guys have any things that you do? Like, I know some people, like, cover their mouth or whatever. Just wondering if I'm the only one that, like, is creepy and, like, hides it. Yeah, my self-confidence, I don't know if this is because I have 2 older brothers and whatnot, or if this, I'm sure it's both, but the fact that I've been born with a cleft lip, it just taught me so much. Just don't judge people. You guys know, like, I'm not going to get into this, but